As before, I have clay in my hand here so that I can scrape it and then dab it onto here. Remember, this one is going to be super subtle. This is the entrance wound. The entrance wound, it just looks like a hole going in. It's a super low-key kind of wound. It's just a hole. Now that I've got my wound smoothed out, I'm going to now make a small hole in it. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And the reason is because then I can actually push it open wider and lift the edges up just subtly. So I dug a little bit out of the center there, put it on my clay. Actually, take this tool here, and I'm just going to lift it up just a little bit. I'm not doing a lot, just a little bit. I'm just lifting up so the surface kind of goes up just subtly. Just like that. You can see it just barely a mound right there, and that's really nice. And it also, it's a little irregular, which is good, because if it's a perfect circle, it doesn't look natural, right? And from there, I'm actually going to take my naphtha now, and I'm going to go ahead and just lightly touch around the surface here. Just lightly, because I want to settle that down. I want to make that hole a little bit more subtle so it looks more natural. I'm not taking away all the detail, just a little bit. Now, remember what we did to the inside of this one? We can take a little bit of our clay now and just kind of throw some in the middle there, just a little bit. I'm going to press it down, smear it around. I'm going to leave a little area in the middle there that's just right to the surface. And the reason why is because that's as close as I can get to the skin. That's as deep as this hole is going to get. And so if I do that and then I add my blood to it, it's just going to look a little bit deeper. And also, I'm kind of digging around the edges a little bit because I want that depth. And now that I did that, I'm now going to take away some of this surface outside of it. And this will actually even build that hole up just a little bit more because I'm bringing it down again. Remember how I brought this one down? So it's a little closer to the skin. I'm going to try that with this too. I need my clay so I can pull it off my tool. This is very big for that little of a hole. I want to take it to, I'm going to draw a line on here. I want to take it to about there and then blend it down. So I'm going to take a lot of clay off here. So if I go ahead and take this tool and draw around this, as you can see, I drew it irregular because if it does show up as a seam line, it's not going to be a straight seam line. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend my surface down just so ever so gently. Try to avoid hitting that centerpiece. Outside, you can do the inside first if you want. I'm just doing this because I started it. Go ahead and smooth it out. Okay, looking at this, I am going to actually take down some of this edge here just a little bit. It's just, to me, it's a little too exaggerated. So I'm going to go around and just take it down ever so slightly, just because I feel it's a little too exaggerated. You may like it, and that's fine. Everyone has their own kind of opinion of things, so I just feel like I need to take it down a little bit. Okay, that bullet hole is done. This one is done. Now I'm going to work on the abrasion.